project as well. But for now we're working on these guys. Well, this one's completely finished. Yes. This one's completely finished. It's beautiful. Both these pieces are solid wood, both dovetail drawers in excellent condition. There's just some scratches along the body and top because this wood is pretty soft. So I just took quick stains on the top to get the stain off. I did a darker top stain on this, and then we did kind of like a mix between periwinkle and robin's egg glue on the bottom for silver accents. And then as you can see from one of the last videos that I did, I used the applique that we took from previous software that was used. So I'm going to get an applique started so they can be drying while I'm sanding this guy up. And then we're going to turn this into this one, and I'll let Sal finish it. And then of course I will let you guys know how much I sold them for and how long it took. Alright, enjoy!
Okay, so as you can see, I have the molds that I created from the previous piece, and I'm just using some paper clay. I have my little helper here, as you can see. He's a brilliant little thing. So you just shove the paper clay in to the molds, and I have it on my cut mat so I can just flatten out the back so that there's a flat space for it once it's ready to go onto the nightstands. And then they just super easily come out of the mold, which is really, really great. You just want to make sure you press it in hard enough that you're filling in all of the spaces. You don't want any bubbles or anything in there, or else you won't get a complete mold. So now obviously just sanding the top. I only needed 220 grit because this was such soft wood. And now dusting off the top obviously because I created so much dust. This was probably the dustiest piece I've ever done. And now I'm just using the dark stain on the top. I want to say this one was like or something like that, but the wood's taking it really, really well. So now back to the molds. They're dry enough, and I'm just cleaning up around the edges before I apply them. You can see there's a little crack in that one. It doesn't matter because it's going to be covered in paint anyways, and it'll help seal it back up, especially once we glue it on. I use E6000 to glue these on because that stuff is no joke. It's not going anywhere. You can see my thumb there. That's how I did the measurements to make sure it was in the right spot as the other one that's completely finished, because I'm technical like that. And as you can see, the nightstand is on its back. That's just so that it fully dries and doesn't slide down at all. So I always do the stain top first and then seal it with poly so that before I start painting, if I do get any paint on it, the paint's water-based and I can just wipe it off and it doesn't get on the top. And then between layers of the poly on the top, because I do so many coats of it to make sure it's extra durable, I give it a light sanding. I'm just checking for smoothness. And here's the first coat of paint. These are always kind of a pain because you have to get the brush between the shelves and everything, but you know, it happens. Okay, so here's a fun tip. You can store your brushes inside your gloves. Obviously you can't wear them again, but it keeps your brushes wet because this is the second coat of paint, which is all that it needed was 2 coats. But that way I didn't have to wash out my brush and start all over again. So this will be the second coat on the top for that. I stored that brush obviously inside a glove as well. And then just everything gets poly all the time. The top usually gets at least 3 coats and the bottom got 2. He has his own brush. He's helping as usual. So I do my first coat of poly with just the plain paint, and then I can do all of the extra stuff in between, so that way I can seal in like the gilding waxes and any distressing that I want to do, just so that it's not like raw distressed areas or raw wax. You don't have to seal in the gilding wax, but I like doing pieces like this. And this is just using the gilding wax. I use silver on this piece, and it just really makes everything pop. It's hard to tell here because the lighting is not great. So I'm using the same gilding wax to also add some wear and distress, so it looks a bit dingy until the light hits it, and then it just shines because it's silver. So I thought that was kind of a fun thing. And then I did add stencils to the sides. I just thought they needed, something to make them a little more exciting because they are kind of plain pieces. So I just did these quatrefoil styled stencils, and I love how it turned out. I think it's just gorgeous. So this is just a light distress. I didn't want anything too heavy, but I did do all the edges and everything. And then I gave the foiling on the side just a little more, some wear to it, so it looked a little more unique. And then, of course, sealing everything in. This step takes like no time at all, but it just makes your piece that much more durable for whoever's going to get it. And then of course I like to do my side pants and my drawers. People really, really enjoy having that like extra little thing. And then for the sides, I ended up sealing them with some wax just to help give them some extra slide. Of course, I had to just dress them down too, but waxing the drawers is always a good idea. And of course, I lined them with paper as per usual. And these pieces sold for $130 in 3 days. Beautiful dark stain top. Drawers slide out super easily. They're all lined. Got detailing there. The appliques that we talked about from the other nightstand that we took off. And then the shelves also have distressing, and then also they're silver distressed as well, along with just sanding. Got this here for padding so the other one doesn't scratch this, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed these. They were super fun. Oh, and this is actually part of the wood.